Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over my top 6 ways that I have found to stay motivated. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe and stay to the end of the video and let me know what are your top motivators that you have found to help keep you stay motivated. Let's get into it. And this is a big idea for people who are just starting out in the fitness or even working out. And it can help with anybody that's still working and at these top tier athletes. Goals are very big and they can help you push a little bit more as you're trying to reach those higher levels. So to start, I would start with some smaller goals and see what you are trying to reach. And as you create those smaller goals, those bigger goals are going to come along. But you need to have smaller goals, because if you don't have smaller goals, the motivation won't be there for those bigger goals. Because those smaller goals are going to give you some self wins. Some self wins will help you keep pushing on, and this will motivate you to get to those bigger goals. So for example, with lifting, I have small goals of increasing my weights to 345 on a clean and jerk. Right now I sit at 330, and I know I can get there. It's just a small little goal. It's 10 pounds that I need to add on to that, but maybe someday more than that. But right now it's just a small goal to reach. Performance wise, it'd be great to beat my last year's score. That's a small little goal. Maybe make top 500 this year. That would be a big goal. That's a little bit more of a bigger goal than just beating myself. If I beat myself from last year, that's a small goal and it's a small win for me, and that keeps my motivation up. One thing you can really do is just sit down and start writing down goals. This is a great way to start seeing what your goals are in life and what you need to be doing to reach those goals, and make sure they're obtainable. You don't want something that's like a dream, but you want something that you can actually obtain, and this will help you keep being motivated. The goals that are able to be reached are the biggest things that'll help you keep pushing on. Change up your routine. People who work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 days. They'll wake up in the morning, eat their breakfast, and go off to work. You don't want to be doing that day in and day out, as you're going to become very exhausted. If you can do it on the weekends, I would take some time away from your phone and emails and just let yourself relax. This changes up the routine of always being on the go and going to work or sitting inside. My recommendation that I have found in the past couple weeks is find some time to go outside and just enjoy yourself. Even in the wintertime, you can find stuff to do. I found that skating is fun to do, and I can even still work out, but just being in the gym or the garage, it's kind of nice to know that I don't have to be rushed for anything when I have the time to do that. But I definitely recommend spending some time outside with family or friends, because those are the ones that are going to help you have fun. If you go by yourself, you can still have fun, but I would say you're going to have more fun being with others. Others create more fun for you. And if you're enjoying yourself, your mind's going to be at rest. It's not going to be thinking. Like when you're at work, your mind is always going. You're working, so you have to be doing something. But when you're out having fun, your mind's not thinking anymore. It's relaxing. So theoretically, you would be recovering and being ready for the next day of work. This is a great way to alleviate some of that non-motivation of working day in and day out. This actually will help you boost your motivation if you're having fun when you have the time off. And this will also help others, because this will help motivate them to do more than just sit at home, and it gets more people out. So you're actually helping others be motivated to do something as well. If your mind or body is feeling exhausted, take some time off, whether that's from work or working out. If you can, I would use your vacation time mostly when you're feeling exhausted and your mind can't keep up with what's going on. If you're taking vacation time, you don't have to fly anywhere. You can just sleep in for the day. You could enjoy the day just to relax and not have to worry about going to work. People think you have to go on vacations, but no, you don't have to. You could just take a day for yourself. It's just a self day to help you recover and be ready to actually work. Vacation is there for just those days where you really need to have a day off and your mind just can't do the job on those days. Like, yes, you can go and take a vacation and fly somewhere with your family, but there's always good days where you're just like, I can't do this job today. I need to have a day off or a half day. And even take a half day and just leave at lunch. And that's it. It's a very nice way of saying, I'm taking this day for me and I'm letting my mind recover, and we're going to come back tomorrow and stay motivated for the task. When your mind is feeling exhausted or your body is feeling very fatigued, I definitely recommend a deload or just a rest week. These are very beneficial, as you'll end up finding that some weeks or even a few weeks where you're not wanting to work out, you're just wanting to sit there or you're giving up on workouts. I had this happen to me 3 weeks ago. I just could not do anything. I wasn't hitting my numbers as what I wanted, and I went 3 weeks of mentally trying to push through that phase, and I couldn't do it. So last week I took the time and I rested the whole week. It's completely normal to do it. Your body just cannot keep up if you try to push through that phase. And when you do take that time off, it actually helps your body, because then it's recovered and you're actually going to be able to grow more strength and grow more within that fitness. And even with work, your mind's able to grow more and you're more accepting to learn what you need to. An example is this is pro athletes. Do they train all year round? No, they do not. So if you think you can really work out every single day, every single week for the whole year, your body's not going to be able to maintain that, and you're going to wear yourself down to the point where you're not going to enjoy what you're doing. Stay well rested. This may vary to some people, but my recommendation is to get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. But you can play around with this a little bit more, because it's going to vary person to person and how your body recovers. But for me, as long as I get 7 hours of sleep, my body is feeling good and my mind is recovered, where I can work in the morning and not have to take an hour to start waking up. Another thing with staying well rested is shutting off those computers or technology when you're going to bed. At least give yourself some time when you're not looking at your phone before you go to bed, as this is creating your mind to not be rested right when you're going to bed. So it's going to take you some time to go to bed, and it's going to take you a longer time before you get into that deeper sleep where you're going to be recovering a lot better. Eat healthy. This is one of the hardest things people have nowadays with how accessible food is when you're out on the road. There's so many different fast food joints. There's so many different restaurants you could call and get food delivered. This is making it a lot harder for the people nowadays to eat healthy. But my biggest thing that I have found is meal prep. Take the time on a Sunday or when you have days off, cook the meal for the whole week. This will help you day to day to eat healthy and have food ready to go as you are working. It's nice to be able to just grab and go. It's no longer make a meal. It takes you a half an hour to make the meal. Grab the meal and eat it, and you can enjoy the meal instead of having to rush. So with eating healthy will actually help your recovery, because you're getting all the nutrients that your body needs. And when you're giving all the nutrients that your body needs, this will help promote your energy, and your energy will help promote your motivation, because the more energy and the better recovery you have, the more motivated you are to do workouts, to work, or anything of that sort, because energy is what's going to fuel your mind to do the best your body can. And make sure with eating healthy, you're eating foods that you like, and if you don't like the foods, there's always different ways that you can mix those foods in, and you'll never even notice that they're in there. You take spinach, you can make smoothies. Spinach can be underneath a layer of food. It can always be cooked. Spinach is a great nutrient. And I will go over this in a later video with more different meal prep videos that I have found that I like to eat. But I believe eating healthy can help promote the energy, which will help you stay motivated in what you want to be doing. Minimize stress as much as possible. Stress can take a lot out of your mind, because it's so demanding of your brain to be thinking a lot. It can take a lot out of you. But when you take that stress out of your life, you can create more motivation, because there's more energy. Again, we're getting more energy for our body to use for our mind. We're not wasting all that energy on being stressed out and overthinking things, but now we use that to promote things that we're enjoying. So take, for example, work. You plan out what you need to get done for a day, and you have everything figured out what you want to be doing, but there are some curveballs that could come at you, but you're managing that. You're figuring out what needs to get done, and maybe you get a curveball and you have to do something else at that time. That might create a little bit more stress, but you have a plan and you're trying to stick to that plan. When you have a plan, you're not jumping around from different job to job, or you have a goal that you're trying to reach and finish for the day. This will help you stay motivated and try to reach completing all the stuff that you need to get done for the day. One other thing too with minimizing stress is trying to block out the social media and things going on in the world, as this creates more stress than you really think about, because it is something that gets your mind really thinking too much than you really need to, and you might be judging someone, or you might be texting someone and saying, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Like, that's just something you don't need to be doing when you're focused on something else. Like, just focus on one thing, and you can look at social media later when you're done and relaxing. Let your body just focus at the task and stay motivated on that task. This will help you increase your motivation to get better with what you are doing, instead of looking at something else that isn't going to get you better, isn't going to keep you motivated. I hope this video gave you more ideas on how to stay motivated. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe down below. Catch you in the next one.